Are you tired of worrying about your weight and of constantly having your weight go up and down and never knowing what's going to fit you, not knowing if you can wear your favorite dress or if your pants are going to be able to zip up? Well, if you're tired of that and you want to end that for good, then stay with me because I'm going to tell you exactly how to end the yo-yo cycle. And that's the cycle where you gain weight, lose weight, gain weight, and just a vicious cycle. We are going to stop it, and I'm going to give you a 3-step plan to do it. It's going to be real easy. In this video, I'm going to give you 3 steps to get you off of that diet roller coaster and stop the whole yo-yo diet syndrome once and for all. And if you watched the first video, what is yo-yo dieting? Leave me a comment. So the damages that happen to your body when you're gaining weight and losing weight and gaining weight and losing weight aren't just with the outside. There is deep stress to your body as a whole. You are losing muscle mass, which means your metabolism is going to slow down, which means it's going to be easier for you to gain weight. And that's why you usually rebound so quickly. And it gets harder and harder each time you do another diet. When the fat comes back, it's more likely to come back as belly fat. And that visceral fat, that's the fat that surrounds your organs. And the more you go through that yo-yo cycle and the more trauma that you have to endure, the harder it is to recover from that. Your health isn't short-term. So your exercise and eating habits shouldn't be short-term either. And what makes the difference is small little changes. Now, first I want to let you know that there's 3 major objectives we have with the 3-step plan. And the first one is to shift your mindset, because by far mindset is the most important part of any changes you make to your body. The second objective is to adopt some healthy habits. And I'm going to tell you exactly how to do that, make it real simple for you too. And the third objective is finding a support group or someone who is supportive. So whether it's finding an online group or even just journaling to yourself or talking with friends, if you feel like you need one-on-one support, I do offer coaching as well, and I'll leave that link in the description. Let's get on to this 3-step plan. And we are going to begin with the most important part. So if you want to get a pen and paper and take some notes, you might want to do that now. The most important part is, of course, your mindset. So when it comes to shifting your mindset, we're going to do it for 3 categories, and that is your food, your exercise or training, and your motivation. So when you're talking about food and shifting your mindset, you want to start thinking of food as something that is nourishment, that is fuel for your body. The second thing when it comes to changing your mindset with food is that you're not going to think of food in terms of good and bad. And sometimes you're going to end up eating one of those bad foods, but don't think of it that way. Think of it as, well, that's something I don't normally eat. And then get right back onto your eating plan. And then the third thing you're going to do in terms of food and mindset is set yourself a schedule for eating. Get on a regular schedule of eating meals and snacks, and that way your blood sugar stays steady, your brain's going to stay steady, your energy levels and your mood will all stay steady, and it's going to help your body release fat. And if you're learning something from this video, go ahead and hit the like button. So now let's shift your mindset in terms of exercise and working out. The first thing would be to remind yourself that exercise does release endorphins. Endorphins make you feel better, and it releases stress. And we need something to release stress rather than run to food, because that just creates more stress. So reminding yourself that, you know what, I may not feel like doing this now, but I know it's going to make me feel better. The second thing is to remember that exercise is going to boost your metabolism and to prioritize that weight training, because that's going to give you that muscle back that you lost from dieting. So again, think of why you're doing this. You're doing that to increase your metabolism, to bring back your muscle so that your metabolism stays up all the time. And then the third thing is to just remind yourself that you always feel better after exercise. I remember one of my clients saying that, you know, the only workout I regret is the one that I missed. And even if your exercise is just going outside and walking for that day, anything to just release those endorphins and get your body moving. The third mindset shift that you're going to make is how you cope with stress. So you're going to find some way to cope with stress that's not food. The second thing you're going to do with that is focus on self-care, whether that's journaling or just taking some quiet time or doing some of those meditations that I have on a playlist, but taking care of yourself first. And then the third thing within that category is getting more sleep, because getting more sleep is going to help reduce some of your stress, and it's going to increase your metabolism and help your muscles recover so that you can have more of that lean tissue, which burns calories all day long. And of course, that's going to help make your weight maintenance easier. So step 2 is creating some exercise habits. And the first thing I want you to do is focus on prioritizing that strength training, whether it's resistance training with bands or resistance training with weights, whatever you can to increase your strength for your metabolism and for that muscle that boosts the metabolism. Number 2 is move more. Look for opportunities to move more. And that means taking longer walks to get to a store or parking farther away from wherever you're going, or maybe taking the stairs if it's feasible. And then the third thing is promising yourself that no matter what, if you have a scheduled workout or a scheduled walk time, you're going to do it. Promise yourself that no matter how you feel, you're going to go ahead and do that exercise anyway. It may not be your best workout, but you're still going to do it. And you promise yourself that, because I know you're going to feel better once you get it done. So the third step has to do with nutrition. And you may have been thinking that, well, shouldn't nutrition be the number 1 step? Well, nothing changes unless your mindset changes. That's why it's number 1. Number 2 of importance is your exercise, because that's going to change you mentally and physically. So the 3 focus points for nutrition: make an eating schedule of meals and snacks, eating every 3, 4, 5 hours. Don't go long periods of time, because that's going to set your body up for failure. So make yourself an eating schedule and stick to it. It might not be perfect every day, doesn't matter. Maybe you're supposed to have lunch and you end up eating an apple. As long as you get some fuel in your body. Remember, we're thinking of food as fuel. The second thing to focus on is having green vegetables with each meal. That drastically changes how your carbohydrates and proteins are processed in your body, and carbs are not bad. And the third thing is to eat more protein. And protein is going to help in a lot of ways. It's going to keep you from getting hungry. It's also going to help your muscles repair, and it's going to slow the absorption of those carbohydrates. So if you need a little bit of a jump start on putting all of this together, I'm leaving a link in the description below, and it's to my 28-day fitness makeover, where we go through mindset, we go through nutrition and training. And in mindset, we work through goals and what is your true why, that thing that's going to motivate you even when you don't want to work out or eat right. In nutrition, we go deep into everything you need to know for proper nutrition: what foods to eat, when you should be eating them, how to combine the foods to make your body more metabolically active. Getting your nutrition right is going to change the way your brain works. It's going to change the way your energy is and your moods, and it's just the key to everything. And learning how to eat properly is what you're going to be able to sustain, and that's what you're looking for: something that's sustainable and a plan that's not a diet. It's how to eat healthy. And it's only 28 days, so that's a great way to get yourself started on the right foot with the right habits. And the link below is actually to a page that's going to give you 50% off. So trying to make it easy for you to get out of that yo-yo cycle and learn how to eat properly, learn how to use exercise or enjoy exercise, and have the right mindset so that you can get the body you want and keep it. So the most important thing I want you to get out of this is to remember just to take it one step at a time. There'll be days where you're not quite your best, but don't beat yourself up over it, and don't be all or nothing. So if you eat something that you don't usually eat, just remind yourself, hey, it's something I don't normally eat, and move on. Get right back to your healthy eating. It's not a diet. You're going to just have some healthy eating habits that are going to make you feel good, make your body look good, and keep you healthy. And at the end of the day, it's really about our health. And we have to keep our bodies healthy because that's the only one we got. If you know somebody that's struggling with gaining weight and losing weight and going through this whole yo-yo cycle, then share this video with them.